I get asked what drew me to psychology a lot. I think in high school, I was interested in helping people. However, when I figured out to become a psychologist, it would take a long time, I was pretty sure that wasn't going to happen. When I came to college, I actually was headed into what I thought of as public relations. But when I met that professor, he was pretty dry and I didn't understand his humor. I didn't know if he had one. I was concerned that it would be a long 4 years. And I was taking an intro to psychology course that introduced me to the professor in that department. And he was engaging, reminding me how much I loved the subject. He was funny and made it seem like there was value in learning about the content. And so I actually switched within the first 10 minutes of stepping on to the campus and getting registered for classes, and I switched to a psych major with no real plans other than the 4 years I'd be studying psychology. My name is Kris. I'm a professor in the undergrad psychology department here at George Fox. Teaching was something I didn't know if I could do or would enjoy. I actually did end up going straight from undergrad to a doctoral program in clinical psychology, mostly because I didn't have a great plan for anything else. And at that time, there wasn't a lot of understanding about what you could do with an undergraduate education in psychology. So I was trained as a clinician, had a private practice for 15 years, and I realized that I needed to see a broader scope of how I could have impact. And I started getting into teaching. What I noticed is that it felt like getting into teaching was using so many of the skills that I had developed in my clinical practice, because of a lot of the work that I did with clients was about equipping them so that they could make decisions about how to live life differently. And I feel like my teaching approach is about looking at what kind of information and skills can we work on developing and building and enhancing so that students can make wise decisions about the direction they want to go to become who they really see themselves able to be. And I love being a part of that equipping and that encouraging and that sending. I think part of being a student is recognizing that learning is about finding the passion in the content that you know that you can invest in. We are better when we see ourselves as not just accomplishing this task so we can move on, but looking for what is it in this that's gonna set me up so that I'm stronger for whatever comes along next. And I think that's part of lifelong learning, about looking for new opportunities so that we can continue to become enhanced by new skills, new perspectives. I have found that while I am probably very recognizable as the same person when I came to undergrad, I look, well, pretty similar. But what I hope is different is that I have a greater humility, because I recognize I have still so much to learn. And the more I learn, the more I recognize I need to hear what other people have to say and be an active learner for the rest of my days.